Hold on a second. There we go. Alright. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project, second live stream today. So, in today's second live stream, what do we have to cover? So the previous one, I covered some food, which we can see right here on your left hand side. And that's all this cranberry juice, some sparkling beverage, as well as some junk food, mostly chocolate here. So that's a bunch of stuff I covered in a previous live stream in addition to this vitamin water. This live stream here, we will cover some more, I guess, serious matters, including some plans to sanitize my room, as well as and what I'm going to have to do in order to make sure that I keep it that way, sanitized and clean. The second thing to talk about is also something regarding my caregivers and the kind of job that she's had to do, and what that has resulted in her body, her arms specifically, her shoulders, her elbows, her joints. So yesterday I did say in the previous stream I went out and I bought a whole bunch of different things, a bunch of different items, from food to materials and tools. So this live stream, the first thing that it says in the title, of course, and right here on Facebook, again, welcome back wherever you're from. I am streamed to 4 different platforms. The first thing that I have to talk about, I suppose, is this weight. So inside the shopping mall, there was a convenience store that I frequent, just a small family-run shopping mall, convenience store. And, so she speaks Mandarin and Cantonese, and I went in there and purchased several items before. You can see a photograph actually in the top left-hand corner right there of me taking a snapshot of some of their wares. Now, the main point there was that I wanted to capture this. So this is a weight, obviously, and it shows exactly how much it can carry. It goes up to about 56 pounds or 25 kilograms. That's roughly about a lighter, let's say that's the lighter range of a full human adult. So, not human adult, Jesus. 56 pounds, sorry, I was thinking about 56 kilograms. So no, this is about less than half of that weight. But I can say that for a fact that, I wanted to take this because my maternal side, and my caregivers, I can just say my mother, I suppose. She's been working for almost 30 years on a job that involves a lot of heavy lifting, manufacturing chocolate, just production, but in the earlier years, they had her on a line that she was dumping just 50 to 70 pounds of chocolate on a regular basis, and she really couldn't handle that kind of job. Unfortunately, because of relationship issues between my father's and mother's side, the two of them I suppose they mismanaged, and everyone makes mistakes. So they made their mistakes, and she ended up trying to do a job that was clearly not fit for her body. And over the course of 25 years, this is not a really happy story, I can say. It's for a fact that her limbs have now developed a lot of arthritis and tendonitis type issues. Now, I wanted to see how much weight she can lift, because at this point it's gotten so bad, and she has spoken to so many of her specialists and doctors, and she just can't lift very much at all. In fact, even the purse and bag that she brings to work has to be very light. Even her phone has to be very light. She can barely cook even now. Just think of a pan. She can't even lift a pan now if it has any food inside. That's too heavy, and it's when I say it's too heavy, I mean it's too painful. So I went over to the store and I bought this thing here, and I wanted to see how much weight she can carry before things start to become painful for her arms. And I don't really know how much she can carry, but it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully over the weekend I can speak to her and then just put something on top here, weigh to maybe 10 pounds, and let's see if she can carry that. If not, that will decrease by 2 pounds to 8 to 6 and see how much she can carry. Now, the main purpose of this is because a while ago I can say for a fact that of course we had a very broken family dynamic, but the thing is I have managed to repair that with them in some ways, and I want to get her something that I think is a really nice present for her that dates back to maybe when she was a kid more than 40 years ago in third world country Vietnam. So I can say for a fact that no, it's not even 40, it's more like 50 years ago when she was a little kid. And she had a very tragic life, and I can say that about both of my guardians and caregivers. But the thing is, the present that I intended on getting for her might be too much for her to use. I was planning on getting her an instrument that she was really fond of way back when she was just a little kid, and that she didn't get her way with because of just certain things that happened. I'm not going to go too much in detail on that because I don't have enough time, but I can say without a fact that maybe the thing I planned on purchasing would be too heavy. In fact, without question, it's too heavy. I just wanted to see what I could do to lighten the load and maybe make sure that it's functional and that she can actually use the thing that I intend on getting for her as a present. Now, whether or not I will get it as a present, I don't know. With the whole COVID-19 situation, it might not be possible, but you know, this is just something that I'm going to try out. So I'm going to put this down. That's the first story. The second one here, you can see in the title here, I said also bought some equipment tools. So obviously, very straightforward stuff. Dollarama, Duramax. This is something I really needed, especially when I was switching the mattress around upstairs. So upstairs, I was actually switching the bed mattress, and I said to myself, you know, it wasn't making much sense because I need to measure the dimensions of the mattress, about 110 by 210 centimeters, how to measure the room. And well, the way I did it without this, actually, I didn't have this Duramax retractable meter stick, I guess, what you call it. It has about 7.5 meters. I didn't have this. What I had to do was I just measured out according to a monitor. I took some tape. I went to the monitor of to the laptop monitor, and I measured out how long it was. About, I believe it was 15.6 inches, and I used that as a benchmark, and I just repeated that over the course of the mirror that you see here. So in fact, over here, right here is some tape you can see. I taped that and I said that's about 1.1 meters or so. So I didn't actually measure the bed mattress or my room using this tape that I just purchased yesterday. In fact, I measured it using my mirror, and that was just a kind of makeshift way of doing it. I figured that it'd be sensible and smart if I just went out there and got something and just bought something that could actually measure things as a construction tool. So I took this, and that's what this is for. I'm going to probably open this up some other day. I don't have enough time to do that here today, especially because the packaging looks really sturdy. I can show you the brand and say it's Duramax Pro, and you know, there's not too much else to say about that. Oh, you know what's easy to take off? I just took it off right there. Turns out it's just a clip that they hung into here. So I want to show you the brand up here up front, Duramax Pro. It does say positive blade lock, so zero sliding, multi-coated steel blade. So I can show you what they mean by the lock. That's all they mean by that. Very familiar. This is a very standard tool. I remember my father, when I was a kid, used to use this all the time when he was building, when he was getting up the furniture set up. So I'm going to put that to the side. Obviously, I think this is going to be garbage. I don't have any reason to keep this at all. So I'm just going to put this aside here and put that in here all together, probably for recycling. So put that here. So we covered the weights and we covered the tape measure. The last item we have here today are 2 pairs of sandals. So you see in the title, it talks about sanitation. What do I mean by that? So I'm going to show you 2 sandals here. Okay. They both say something from like Kauai or something. I believe this is a brand, the name of like Hawaii, of like the capital of Hawaii or something. You're gonna have to educate me on that. Like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about when I say the capital of Hawaii, okay? It's probably just a town in Hawaii. So that's just the branding, obviously. And you have these 2 sandals here. One is black, just straightforward black. The bottom it says 43 centimeters, I believe. So that's the length of, or I don't know, 43, I don't know, what's it say, 43 something, size 43. This one is size 12. Obviously they're using different measures. I believe one is by centimeters or something, or I don't know what they're using. And then the other is by probably inches. So yeah, so size 12, and which is the equivalent of size 44. So 43 is the black one, and this red and black one is size 12. So I mean it's 44, so just a little bit larger. Now why did I purchase these two? So okay, so when I was back in university, what happened when I was renting out is I would, on occasion, every month I would have to clean the floors. Now I haven't done that ever since that. That was all the way back when in about 2013 when I had my own residence. I mean my own off-campus housing. That I didn't have it. Like I was just renting out, and the landlord, of course, had several tenants, but one of them was a math professor at the time, and he actually, or instructor, not professor, but he left, as well as another student, so I had the whole floor to myself. But even when they were there, I would mop the floors just on a set schedule. We would switch back and forth between me and my roommates, which would be the instructor and another student, a grad student actually. And so I've stopped doing that a long time ago because obviously I'm back here in around Toronto, GTA. I'm not out there in Kitchener-Waterloo. That's where I went for university. And, a lot of my habits have died off, and they were very good habits to keep, but I've been in turmoil since then because I made a major switch in what I want to do with my life, evidently on this stream. And so it's very different. I am working full-time too, so actually I have to end this stream about very quickly, and I have to go to work very soon. But we'll talk about that some other time. The point is, when I was over there, I would clean and mop and sweep every month or two. And so I'm going to plan on redoing that now, kickstarting that again, because so far, I was talking for the past 2 weeks about switching the bed mattress, and I finally got it done. And when I said in a previous stream yesterday morning that I was going to make probably 2 final streams, one as a logistical review on how I switched the bed mattress around. So we're going to cover how things look upstairs, sort of like an interior design kind of thing. But we're just going to cover the logistical challenges we've made and how things have moved around. But part of cleaning up everything yesterday so that I could use the new bed mattress has made it possible for me to keep the room clean. Because of this, and previously, using the old mattress that was from my caregivers who had given to my brother, and then I started using that. That old bed mattress was just a huge mess, and I hadn't cleaned anything around. It was so dusty and so filled with grime and hair and shit like that, and all the parts, and I had all this tools and equipment and packaging all littered all over the room. It was just a mess, a real fucking mess in my room, and I was so cluttered and annoyed at what I had become, because there was once upon a time when I had things all neat and orderly and set in stone. It wasn't better than what I have today, but I can say for a fact that it's better than, it was better than what I had today. I can say that actually. So I want to go back to that at least. In fact, improve on that. I don't want to go back to the past. I want to do and achieve something even better. And so one thing for sure is I have to start that routine again. And so long story short, I have these 2 sandals here because what happens now is I walk around the entire room in the entire household here that I'm renting with about 4 other families, and they are not the most sanitary. I have my own standards, they have their standards, no problems with that, but I should really start using my own sandals for when I'm walking around the entire household outside of the bedroom that I'm renting out, as well as using a pair of sandals inside my bedroom, and they should be separate. So for instance, when I walk to the washroom to take a shower or to use the toilet, or if I go downstairs to use the dining room kitchen like I am right now to do a live stream, anytime I go outside of the room, I should use, say, this pair of sandals, this red one, or I use this black one. It doesn't really matter to me. I think I'll use the black one in fact outside. And then when I'm inside my bedroom, I'll use, say, this one instead. So I will regularly switch between sandals outside and inside. And the whole point of this is, you know, what is this, how is this related to sanitation? Is I'm going to start mopping and monthly cleaning out the floor on my room on maybe about 2 to 3 months. Every 2 to 3 months, I can just mop the floors, sweep the floors inside my room. And I will make sure to use only these sandals. Whenever I enter the room, I switch into these sandals. So this will be clean sandals, and they won't bring any, they won't cross-contaminate all the cleaning that I've done inside my room with the material, with all the shit and all the, shit that, sprays up from the toilet when you walk into the washroom, or whatever food or sticky substance has dropped, or raw food has dropped on the floor in the kitchen. Whatever's outside stays outside on these sandals. And then whenever I walk into my room, which I clean, I take personal duty and responsibility to clean up, I use these sandals. And so there's like a clear, I guess I'm taking things to a whole new level. But that's exactly how I used to do things when I was in university, because I am a biologist. So I take a lot of aseptic measures even to my own personal living quarters. It's not just in the laboratory when I'm working in biohazard level 2 environment. It's also when I just live about my daily life. I know how to keep things clean, and it makes things a lot less, a lot less annoying or frustrating for me, because then think about that. I only have to clean the room maybe about half a year sometimes. Sometimes I don't mop or sweep until 6 months have passed. And that's because there are no problems. There's nothing that builds up. Nothing accumulates because I keep these high standards. And that means I can focus my time and energy on more productive things. I don't want to waste my fucking time on chores. And so that's exactly what this is all about here. It's taking my efficiency and productivity to the next level by making sure I take care of the basic survival needs with high precision and standards. So with that being said, wow, I really went in on that, didn't I? And it really all just came down to a pair of sandals. What I'm going to do is just unpackage right now. So I'm going to take off this. I'm going to take this off here. This is garbage. I might keep this, but one thing's for sure, I don't need this. So I'm going to take off the tags here. And 1, 2. Oh, it's actually quite tight. Give me a second here. There, pulled it off. I'm going to show you the brand. So from Dollarama, it's just $4. Like I said, it's named after something from Hawaii, I believe. And it's just men's sandals. Not too much to say about that. Put this into the garbage to be used. Okay? Or recycling bin, whatever you want to call it. And same thing here. I'm going to pull off the strap here. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and oh see, these things are really tight, and I'm trying not to cut my fingers on it. So there we go. All right, so that's popped off. This is garbage as well, once again. So 1, 2, garbage, and so everything goes in here. I put that all away, and same thing with this plastic piece of shit right here. And finally, I can wrap up this live stream. So with that being said, I'm gonna keep these, take these upstairs, and we're going to end off this stream with a take-home message as usual. And what is the take-home message? So always, as usual, and again, I'm gonna take these to see how much my caregivers can weigh out. I'm gonna say, take-home message is to take care of yourself, okay? No pun intended. Take care of your health, your finance, your family, the people that are important in your life, as well as yourself. Make sure that you become a strong, responsible individual. That's the only way that you can have any that's the only way you have anything positive to contribute to the ones that you love and care for. I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm saying this because I have to practice it. Practice makes perfect. As cliche as that sounds. And with that regard, I'd like to say that obviously I hope that you share this understanding with me. What I do here, I don't compromise for anybody else. I do this because it's good for me, and I will continue to do this regardless of what other people think. I hope you share that understanding for yourself, and that you do things that are important to your life with conviction, that you solve the problems and challenges in your life, whether they are health related or not, or money matters, or career matters, or relationship matters. If you have things that you're striving for ambitiously, maybe you want to become the next civil engineer or pediatrician, I hope that you spend your time, energy, and resources towards those things. If you want to do something special for your spouse or your kids or your grandkids, make sure that you go ahead and do that. I'm rooting for you. I'm happy for you. I'm happy when you're happy, and I want what's best for you. Just like I do here, what I do here is best for me. I'm going to continue doing it no matter what anybody says. All right? So, on a final note, of course, as usual, I stream every single day, Monday, all 7 days a week, all right? From about 3 to 5 a.m. in the morning, sometimes I'm later like today. But the point is, even though I stream every single day, I would rather you just come in once, twice a week, whenever you have free time, when you're not working on a Sunday morning maybe, I don't know, or watch it on replay. Because again, like I said, I'd rather you spend your time where you need it to be. So maybe once or twice a week, just hop on by, pay a visit. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment. If you want to share, you can share if you find it useful. I don't know if you can find it useful. But if anything, if you find my streams relatable, you are always, or inspirational, if it helps for you to watch someone work through the problems in their life, that's what I'm doing, then you are always welcome to my streams. Come on as often as you like, but my general recommendation is just 1 or twice a week. So thank you very much for tuning in to the Ahn Rho Project. I've managed to, I've nailed it, by the way. I actually managed to convert myself into a sort of different personality in this second live stream. The first live stream, I was a completely different person, and this second live stream, I managed to change myself into a more serious and, I guess, smart person. Not smart, just someone who has things more collected. At the beginning, I was very unorganized, disorganized, and right now, I have my thoughts collected. So that's something new that I'm experimenting with. I'm trying to take different personalities to different segments of my live stream, and I hope to practice that tomorrow morning and onwards as well. So this is Ahn Rho Project. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see a better version of all of you, as well as a better version of myself tomorrow morning, when we continue, I believe, with some knapsack belongings. I want to finish off with some more items, clearing some items that we have from back in the university days. There's a bag there that I've been trying to cover for the past 2 weeks. If you check my previous live streams right here on any of my platforms, you'll realize that one of those is very close to finishing, and I want to wrap that up. So that's what we have set for tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao.